This is Jordan Tower with JT News. Make sure you smash that like button, smash that subscribe button. Sorry for the delay in the news. I had to take care of some things, but Nicki Minaj, okay, still triggers Cardi B. Just the very thought of somebody saying something about Nicki Minaj where Cardi B might have some entanglement in, she gets all flustered. I don't know what to say about Cardi B, man. She loves to get in the middle of things. It's weird. So, Little Baby, this all started with Little Baby. My Turn wasn't nominated for a Grammy. Weird. Very influential album. Probably one of the best artists of the year. And he's been snubbed time and time again, okay? And he does a lot for, like, the community. He's a good person. He does good music. He's definitely on top. And yet, he's not recognized, okay? Nicki Minaj says, never forget the Grammys didn't give me Best New Artist Award when I had 7 songs simultaneously charting on Billboard in a bigger first week than any female rapper in the last decade. Went on to inspire a generation. They gave it to a white man, Bon Iver. I mean, I don't think it has anything to do with the person being white. It has to do with label politics, I think, honestly. You know, I don't think it's a color thing. But I do think they're out of touch with culture, period. Okay, that's what I think, meaning the Grammys. So Wiz Khalifa says, someone says, Cardi winning a Grammy when Nicki Minaj didn't is the biggest proof that they don't know about music. Wiz Khalifa says, in response to that, most self-made artists have this problem. Cardi B then says, she digs into her DMs and she puts up a DM and says, from Wiz, and it says, you got your cause and you're sticking to it. Don't stray away from these things that are important to you and make you you. You're doing a great job in the way you address things, and it's admirable. Keep your light shining. I mean, a very positive thing. Cardi says, this was this guy's DM in 2016. They really support you when you're grinding at the bottom. Then it's a different story when you make it. How did she take offense to that? He didn't say anything negative to her about her. He just said, hey, some people are recognized and some people aren't. And to be honest with you, Cardi B had a weird, different path. It wasn't a straight music grind path. She was a social media influencer and then used her social media influence to then rap, which a lot of people do, and sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. It really worked with Cardi B, and salute to her. But everybody does this on Love and Hip Hop. I mean, Little Scrappy's mom was rapping at one point, okay? So, you know, people, when they get, you know, it could either work for Cardi B or not, and it worked. So it's a good thing, right? She's good at it. I don't understand why dudes entertain certain tweets that pit successful women against each other. That didn't pit anybody against each other. It was just a comparison. People get compared all the time, but she decides to be the victim in everything, okay? Y'all not tired of that? Especially when you were rooting hard when a girl was at the bottom. But they're still rooting for her now. She just does a lot of ridiculous things, but that's fine, okay? You're under a microscope, and you wouldn't have been you would have been begging to be under a microscope if you weren't on, you know? You would have gladly been under a microscope to make millions of dollars, you know? It just comes with territory. Nicki went through that too. Still does. Then Wiz said in response, he says, damn, that was a good advice. I still support you. Nothing changed. You're self-made in my book as well. She had nothing to say about that. Very interesting. Then next up, we got Dave Chappelle told a story about, if you go on his Instagram page, he does a great little 20-minute piece on this to break it down. And the bottom line is that he's still not being paid from Comedy Central for the Chappelle show. Because I guess maybe because he walked away, or maybe because part of the contract was he doesn't get paid for streaming. Because streaming didn't even exist back then, you know, like that. So he's asking people to not watch the Chappelle show, and I agree with him. Even Netflix removed it from their service because they do business with Dave Chappelle. I think that's a great stance. I hope they pay him. And there's plenty of other things to watch of Dave Chappelle on Netflix that has nothing to do with that show until they pay him. So I agree. Also, I saw some media publications that are totally out of the loop. They said, finally, Dave Chappelle does Joe Rogan show. He's done it like 2 other times. He's done it, the podcast 2 other times. They're like really good friends. They're actually doing a residency in Texas right now. So anyways, Dave Chappelle, go watch it's on his Instagram page, Breaking Everything Down. I strongly encourage you to watch it. It's about ownership and standing up for yourself, and it's very empowering. Anyways, guys, this is Jordan Tower with JT News. Make sure you smash that like button, okay? It's free. Please support. It does a lot for the channel. Please smash that like button. I appreciate you guys, and I will check you guys on the next one. Thank you so much for supporting me, and I'll give you a bunch of news stories. Today was like a weird day anyways for the news, so I took a few hours away and did some other stuff, got ready for the holidays, Thanksgiving and stuff like that. So I appreciate you guys. I'm back at work, and I appreciate you guys. You know, I'm sorry that today was a little off with the news, but don't worry. We're here. We're back.